Happy Tuesday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. So we have new all-time highs for Bitcoin. We have new all-time highs for Ethereum. Things are looking very, very green on this Tuesday morning, at least at the time of this recording, but I suspect that hopefully they'll still be green by the time you're watching this video. And what I personally love about these new all-time high moments when not only Bitcoin, but the totality of the cryptocurrency market is performing so well, setting so many new all-time highs, is that everybody has to cover it. Altcoin Buzz covers it, of course. You have the Coin Telegraphs and the Coin Desks of the world that are covering it as well. But you also have on the front of just about every media outlet, such as The Independent, news about Bitcoin. So here, Bitcoin price hits all-time high amid crypto market frenzy. I wouldn't call it a frenzy, it's here to stay. You have Bloomberg covering it as well. Bloomberg, for the life of me, I don't understand how they're making money off of this subscription model, because news is free. So to put yourself behind a paywall just limits your exposure to clients. I see this screen and I say to myself, I'm never gonna pay for this. News is free. Sorry, Bloomberg. Anyways, moving right along, CNBC, Bitcoin hits new all-time high above $63,000 ahead of Coinbase debut. And that's the thing. Later this week, we have that Coinbase IPO to look forward to. So the momentum, the news cycle, all of the frenzy and the activity and the enthusiasm is really very much on our side as we lead up to that Coinbase event that's coming up quickly. FX Street here. A great resource for Forex, foreign exchange kind of stuff, news normally. Breaking, Bitcoin hits new all-time high near $63,000. Also, it's being covered here on Yahoo Finance. They finally give a nod to Ethereum, which has also hit a new all-time high. Bitcoin price shoots past 60K. Ether hits new all-time high in early Saturday trading. Well, this is from a few days ago, but I guess grouped it all together. It still applies because we still have new all-time highs for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. XRP has been performing extremely well, actually. In fact, it's at the top of the performers here in the top 100. If you haven't checked out our XRP price analysis and price prediction video from yesterday, we asked, does XRP have a chance to hit $10 at the height of this altcoin bull cycle? And kind of a bit of a spoiler alert, I feel it has the chance to hit not only $10 this cycle, I think it has a chance to hit $10 pretty soon, because its ceiling is way above $10. If you look at some of the more ambitious or less conservative, however you want to phrase it, but if you look at some of the projections that are a little bit more hopeful, there's a much higher potential upside for XRP. So check out that video. It's fresh. It's within 24 hours that we put that up. So check out that video if you're an XRP fan. We're going to go through a bunch of the new all-time highs that were created. We're also going to be discussing Polygon and Tron and EOS that are all moving very nicely indeed. We have news out of crypto.com today, collaborating with the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, with a new NFT endeavor. So NFTs continue to go mainstream as well. We'll be talking about Injective protocol and Harmony One, the two of them teaming up. Origin, Sushi. We're talking a little bit about Litecoin as well, Exeedme, Contentus, and others. Some big macro positive Bitcoin mass adoption news, of course. Guys, if you like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and altcoins, which we cover on a daily basis, then be sure to like and subscribe to Altcoin Buzz. All right, so looking at the market here, we are up 3.8% overall, now up over $2.2 trillion with a lot of big winners. As you can see, there's a lot of green right now. Maybe a little bit of a correction that's happening kind of as I speak right now in the last hour or so, but really good numbers on the day all around. Let's take a look at some of the winners with some more specificity. So Bitcoin here specifically, right now sitting just below 63,000 as I speak, $62,962. That is up 4.1% on the day. Let's get the official CoinGecko new all-time high here. This is the one that we're going to be referring back to as we move forward. So as of right now, this may change soon. Hopefully it does change, but as of right now, all-time high for Bitcoin, $63,213.89. We are very close to that all-time high. Similarly, Ethereum just hit a new all-time high. We're very close to that mark. So right now, $2,223, with the official all-time high of Ethereum being a little bit higher, $2,231. That was said about an hour ago. So we're within $10 here. We're within a stone's throw of that all-time high. I wouldn't be surprised if we get up above it later on today, maybe even by the time you're watching this. There is a note here about the Ethereum upgrade that's happening on April 14th. We're talking about the Berlin upgrade, of course. As you can see, there's an upgrade notice here on the CoinGecko website. We're also going to be discussing how different exchanges are addressing that. If you have your Ethereum for the most part in an exchange, you don't have to worry about it, although maybe check depending on the exchange that you're using. We'll provide you with a couple of updates that have been issued so far. XRP is doing very nicely, up 21% on the day in these last 24 hours. Quick refresh here just to make sure. Yeah, $1.68. Once again, look, we have love for XRP for whatever reason. You know, I get that criticism that we avoid XRP. We don't like XRP. It's not my favorite altcoin, if I'm going to be 100% candid, but XRP is an altcoin. It's a crypto, a little bit more centralized than I would like, but it's still got a place in my heart. A slightly smaller place in my heart, but it's still got a place in my heart. And I'm excited to see it when it performs well. So now at $1.68. Once again, guys, check out our price prediction video for XRP. We feel that it has a very bright future near term in this altcoin bull cycle. I think it's easily going to hit $10 and beyond. It stands to reason that XRP would be much, much higher right now. It would probably even be at an all-time high in its own right, if not for this debacle with the SEC and all the drama, all the delistings and everything that Brad Garlinghouse has had to cope with. So we're not yet in all-time high territory, but I kind of feel that we would have been if not for all of that drama, all that nonsense. You can see the all-time high for XRP was actually over 3 years ago, $3.40. I think we're going to get past that in this cycle with relative ease. Let's put it that way. Polygon, not quite at an all-time high. Its all-time high, MATIC, was set about a month ago, but Polygon's still doing very nicely on the day, up 14%, now 41 cents. And similarly, not yet at an all-time high, but Tron, TRX, up 9.8%, now at 14.2 cents. And another big performer here that's, I think, turning a lot of heads for the first time in a while is EOS. They're up 8.3% in the last 24 hours, $7.16. Also not yet at an all-time high, but for reference, its previous all-time high, kind of like XRP, I suppose, was about 3 years ago, $22.71. So on the whole, guys, we're going to be discussing a whole lot of projects today, and there are a whole lot of different projects to celebrate. Let me know what you're most excited about in terms of your gains. What has made you the most money, whether that's in USD or BTC value in these last 12 hours, maybe 24 hours or so. Comment about that below. Let me know what you're most excited about. I'm excited about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is obviously that tide. We talk about this. It's the tide that either rises or sinks all ships. When Bitcoin is doing well, I'm happy. It means the rest of the altcoin market is doing well. And here in kind of some unexpected news, we're going to be discussing the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE. They're getting into NFTs, non-fungible tokens. I guess they're diversifying. I don't know. NYSE first trade NFT. Roblox first trade on the 10th of March. Click the link in our bio to view all NYSE first trade NFTs. Now that on its own, I think is, I don't know, a cool development, I guess. I'm not going to give the New York Stock Exchange false praise just for the sake of getting into NFTs, but clearly they want to be part of the movement here. So I'm not super excited about that, but it's not negative news. So I guess kudos to New York Stock Exchange. What I like about it is that they're integrating with some of our favorites here. So Crypto.com. We're proud to partner with New York Stock Exchange to present the first trade, a series of NFTs commemorating the first public trades of some of the most innovative companies in the world, including Spotify, DoorDash, Roblox, and more. So I guess I misread that actually. My intonation was off. NYSE First Trade NFT. It's part of the series, and Roblox was part of that series. They were highlighting it. So that's actually, I would argue, a pretty innovative use of the NFT functionality, kind of highlighting and immortalizing in one collectible some of the significant debuts that these major companies have made. That's awesome. And Crypto.com is partnering with the New York Stock Exchange. Crypto.com also getting much more into NFTs. If you're a user of the app, you've been seeing the updates, you've been getting the information, no doubt. You guys can read more about this development here on Medium.com. New York Stock Exchange, the first trade series, celebrates the moment major companies went public. That's actually pretty cool. Crypto.com also in the news here. I mentioned that Ethereum Berlin update. So Crypto.com is supporting the Ethereum Berlin upgrade. Deposits and withdrawals of Ethereum and all ERC20 tokens will be temporarily paused in the app. in the exchange and the DeFi wallet roughly 1 hour before the target block height of 1224400 on the 15th of April 2021. ETH and ERC20 trading will not be affected. Details on that upgrade and how Crypto.com are handling it can be found on blog.crypto.com. I have it here for you guys. If you're interested, you can check out the information. I'll link to it in the description below. And here we have Origin Protocol with more NFT news. Origin is partnering with the Google Cloud Marketplace to bring NFTs to the mainstream. In today's post on the Google blog, Origin co-founder Matthew Liu shows you how to create and sell your own NFTs using DShop and Google Cloud. Everybody seems to be branching out into NFTs lately. Why not? They are generating a lot of revenue for a lot of different people, not only artists, but for influencers of every kind, really. So you create and sell NFTs with Google Cloud Marketplace partner Origin. Check that out. We'll link to it in the description below. Injective Protocol, one of our favorites, partnering with one of our favorites here. We are excited to announce that Injective Labs is integrating with Harmony Protocol to create innovative cross-chain assets. There was a comment the other day that made me chuckle. Somebody said something to the effect of, and it was a very specific comment. It was kind of a combination of like an old aphorism or, just kind of like an expression. But then it was a very specific kind of tail end to it. They said, if I had a nickel for every time Altcoin Buzz mentioned Injective Labs, I would have two mayonnaise jars full of nickels. And I thought, well, yeah, that's probably true. We are big fans of Injective and what they're doing. I just thought it was funny that it was exactly 2 jars of mayonnaise that would fill up. So possibly, look, we're big fans of Injective. We're big fans of Harmony as well. That's for sure. And you guys are free to check out this right up here on blog.injectiveprotocol.com. Happy to see this collaboration, 2 of our favorites coming together. Injective is integrating with Harmony to create innovative cross-chain assets. Godspeed, best of luck to both of you. Orion Protocol here is in the news. The votes are in. Sushi has been added to Orion Terminal on BSC, Binance Smart Chain, which is kind of, Binance is kind of taking a little bit of a break today. We're not seeing new all-time highs for Binance token, Binance coin, which is a little bit interesting. I digress. Sushi has been added to Orion Terminal on Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum chains. The Sushi Swap team has been notified of their addition to the terminal and will now be working with us on a deeper collaboration. More details to be announced soon. Information on that can be found here. We're on blog.orionprotocol.com, .io rather. So Sushi added to Orion Terminal. You guys can check that out. We'll link to it in the description below. ARPA official is in the news here. We're thrilled to announce our partnership with Litentry, a decentralized identity aggregation protocol based on Substrate. Not only that, but they have the best ticker in all of cryptocurrency, LIT, LIT. We will work closely to explore the realization of secret sharing of private data and decentralized identity with MPC technology. You guys can read about that here. ARPA partners with Litentry to enhance decentralized data security. Blank Wallet is in the news. If you're hearing about Blank Wallet for the first time, you should check out our previous videos on the subject. Kind of an under-the-radar project, but a very cool one that we have a lot of confidence in. Blank has made a strategic investment into trustless ETF creation, exchange-traded fund, and trading platform Plethora. Bank Wallet users, is that 100%? I don't understand what that symbol means. 100% of Blank Wallet users will be airdropped PLE tokens, while Plethora will increase the awareness and exposure of Blank by a dedicated privacy ETF. Details about that can be found here. Blank Wallet invests in Plethora, a trustless ETF platform. Exceedme is in the news. They're happy to announce a partnership with Kudos, which will create an exclusive gaming community inside Exceedme, and together we'll explore how gamers can upscale their income even when they're not playing using Kudos's computing power to mine. Info about that is available on exceedme.medium.com. Contentus here is in the news at Contentus.io. COSers. We're excited to announce that Contentus is collaborating with partner company Stream Protocol on an NFT auction, market, and technology exchange. Read more about our collaboration on our Medium post. A lot of Medium posts today, but you guys can check it out. We'll link to all of this in the description below, as per usual. Contentus and Stream Protocol agree to collaborate on NFT auction, market, and exchange technology. And then finally here, we have some other news in the form of Litecoin developments. We're on opalesque.com, And it's an industry update from Opalesk, which is an ETC group. I've never heard of them personally, but they're a specialist provider of innovative digital asset-backed securities. So they've announced that they're going to be listing LTC ETC, launch of Litecoin ETP. Team behind the $1 billion Bitcoin ETP is the first to list Litecoin ETP on Deutsche Börse's Extra, XETRA, which I think is probably a partial reason. You know, I talk about it all the time. Problems are multivariate. Situations that are good are also multivariate in terms of the factors that made them good. And Litecoin, I think it's one of the factors that's contributing to Litecoin's price appreciation. Not yet in all-time high territory either, but up 6% on the day, so outpacing Bitcoin, $267.82 with an all-time high, just for reference, of $360. So that was over 3 years ago as well. Good news for Litecoin. Awesome. Your Finance Decentralized, ticker YFD, is in the news, up 35.3% now to $167.50 with a market cap that is still very tiny, actually, only $3.1 million. You guys can check out this project. You can follow them at YFDAI, so that's YFDAIF on Twitter. They're in the news here in this manner. We're going to break down this article on medium.com. So they published all of their details surrounding the VOTX or VOTX token and the two new platforms through which you as YFD holders, if you are YFD holders, can earn VOTX for free. So some of the details are, throughout the article here. Let's break it down a little bit. The VOTX staking event is going to offer stakers a weekly fixed interest rate of 4%, which is very high. This is the kind of thing that we're highlighting, but at the same time, that's a very high staking rate. I think it'll likely change over time. Keep an eye on it. YFD holders will have the opportunity to stake their YFD on the platform and earn VOTX in return. The reward is going to be calculated based on a standardized YFD price of $100 and the VOTX initial listing price of $2, i.e. for every one YFD staked, you're going to earn 2 VOTX weekly regardless of price changes of either token. So more information is available here. You can check out information about the farming platform as well. Here's the summary of VOTX plus staking and farming. The max supply is 100,000 VOTX. Initial Uniswap listing price, as I mentioned, $2 VOTX. VOTX staking 4% weekly. That's 208% APY, which is a little bit high for my liking. It may be adjusted. It may shift with time. Keep an eye on it. VOTX farming 7.2% weekly. That's 375% APY. So details and info here can be found about the VOTX distribution. The 12th of April, which unfortunately we've passed, that was yesterday. The VOTX staking and farming platform opened yesterday on the 12th of April. But here are the dates that you should keep in mind. On the 20th, DFI.governance release powered by VOTX. And then on the 26th of April, VOTX listing on Uniswap. Watch out for that. And then in May, VOTX listing on DFI.swap. FIRO is in the news here. We haven't talked about FIRO in a little while. FIRO is the project formerly known as Zcoin. You can follow them here on Twitter at FIRO.org. That's FIRO.org. And they have this piece, Accelerating FIRO's Privacy Research, from a few days ago. We're pleased to announce that Dr. Aaron Fikert will be joining the FIRO research team on a full-time research contract through CipherStack, a blockchain consultancy and digital utilities provider. More recently, Dr. Fikert assisted FIRO in hardening Lelantis and providing feedback on Lelantis V2 design. So welcome to the team, Dr. Fikert. That's great news indeed. In fact, you guys are always free. In fact, I would encourage you to do your due diligence on individuals. In full transparency, FIRO has alerted us to the fact that, you can follow Dr. Fikert here, Aaron Fikert, on LinkedIn. So check out his previous experience as a research scientist, as a data scientist, and his education, all that kind of stuff. It's always good, in my opinion, to vet a team or a new addition to a team. Why not? If you're not using LinkedIn in general, I think it's a great tool. I've definitely migrated away from other social media platforms towards LinkedIn. I even do, occasionally I like to troll people on LinkedIn. I like to kind of put stuff out there on LinkedIn that's a little bit more spicy. And that to me is like a new drug. It's like a little bit of a new rush. For the most part, it's friendly. You guys can follow me on LinkedIn as well. I post all the time about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, different altcoins as well. So this is the most recent, I guess, development here that I stole off of Documenting Bitcoin on Twitter. Bitcoin's market cap now higher than the totality of Brazil's stock market. So look, yeah, reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm a bit of a whore when it comes to connections and stuff. If we had all overlap in any way, then I'm happy to connect. And it's all, it's all a big friends group. So I'm not very discriminating at all. Happy to connect with you if you'd like. But that's all a tangent. Let's go back to this interview here. So interviewing a Monero developer, Dr. Aaron Fikert at the Florida Blockchain Conference. You guys can check this out as well if you're interested. Again, research expert from Monero, Dr. Aaron Fikert, is joining the FIRO team to further improve privacy. More information is available in all of these links, and you guys can check out this interview in full. I will link all of these in the description below. In other high-level macro news, the European Union's investment bank poised to deploy blockchain for bond sales. Why not? It's better than any system that they currently have or that they're employing. Again, good news. I'm not surprised in the least. It took them long enough. They've been dragging their feet. They've been putting up a stink and fighting us for 3-4 years now, creating unnecessary FUD. So it's kind of like, we were discussing Goldman Sachs the other day. When they finally come to the table and have to admit that, yeah, Bitcoin is the best asset class, so it's at the top of all our charts now. Yeah, okay, but a year ago you said it wasn't even an asset. It wasn't worthy of being listed along with the other assets that you track. It's kind of like that, the Goldman Sachs news where it's like, as I mentioned, I'm happy that the EU's investment bank is doing this, but man, you guys have been a thorn in our side, literally for years. I'm not exaggerating. So I can applaud you for this effort, but it's a small muted applause. And I'm also going to remind you and chirp you a little bit about all the frustration that you've caused in this space. I think my kind of conspiratorial opinion is that a lot of the big banks, a lot of the big, maybe not institutions, but a lot of the central banks and stuff, ultimately they control the media, right? They don't control altcoin buzz, but they control the major media outlets. And if all of the major media outlets, it's like this as well for politics, in my opinion, but we won't get into that. If all of the major media outlets have the same message, the same, just uninspired, FUD-based, Bitcoin bashing message for 2, 3, 4, almost 5 years, and you get a sense of who their owners are, and they're these big international financial giants, you kind of put 2 and 2 together and realize that, yeah, all of these investment banks behind the scenes were just biding their time. They understood that the writing was on the wall, but they had to set up their infrastructure to be able to capitalize. And that's what we're seeing now. We're seeing not only the EU investment bank, but we're seeing JP Morgan, we're seeing Goldman Sachs, we're seeing all the other major banks, Citigroup as well, Citibank, of course, that are now, I think they finally, their preparations have been taken care of for the most part. And they're launching products, they're launching crypto platforms, they're launching all kinds of different things because they've been taking their time, they've been building up behind the scenes while also projecting FUD into the universe. And I think that now they're ready to go. So it's mixed feelings when I have these headlines that I read. Again, small applause to the EU. All right, that's a good step forward. I'll give you credit on that, but you're still responsible. You're still culpable for all those years of FUD and misery that you caused in the market. At least that's how I see it. Let me know about your thoughts about that in the comments below. Bitcoin Archive reminding us as to why the EU's investment bank is getting into this space. Let me break it down for you. Bitcoin, that is. Supply is going down. Demand is going up. Corporates, fund managers, hedge funds, retail, 8 ETFs, and more coming very soon. It's all happening this year, which is why I mentioned, yeah, it doesn't surprise me anymore. Why you'd have to be a fool, an idiot, not to get into this space. And despite their molasses-like rate of speed, the EU still consists of at least a few individuals at the highest level, I assume, that are intelligent. And so they realize that this is not something to be missed. Let's end on a little bit of levity here. Michael Saylor. I don't normally get nervous speaking about Bitcoin, but it's almost impossible to get an invite to appear on the Lily Knight show. So this is pretty cute. Lily Knight, quite the internet phenomenon if you haven't been following, now interviewing Bitcoin. So Lily's show. Why Bitcoin? MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor nails it in Lily's first interview. Check it out. Very cute and a very positive message as well. Want to also point out the fact that Elon Musk has been rewarded big time for his investment. As Anthony Pompliano here puts it, Elon Musk and Tesla are up almost 2 times on their Bitcoin purchase, which was for, I forget now, was it for $1 billion or $1.5 billion? Whatever they spent, let's say it's $1.5 billion, they're up now 2 times. So they've made $1.5 billion on $1.5 billion in initial capital. Which is hard to say, for anything. I mean, in a few short months, how can you possibly expect a 100 times return on anything? I haven't really verified this with absolute certainty, but it seems that the word on the street is that Tesla has made more just in terms of that Bitcoin acquisition. They've made more since the time of that acquisition than they did in all of 2020 selling electric vehicles. So it's a success story for the ages. It's a brilliant piece of strategy that's going to be emulated many, many, many times over. Guys, there's a lot of news in cryptocurrency as always. So my recommendation is that you keep following us on all the regular social media channels. Keep checking back into our website, altcoinbuzz.io. Bigger and better and more news stories with every passing day. None of this is financial advice, as you know. I am not qualified to advise you financially. I wouldn't dream to do it. You wouldn't want to listen to me in the first place anyway. I've made plenty of mistakes, so do not follow me for financial advice or any of our articles, any of our videos. It's not financial or investment advice. Do with this information what you will. We are merely conveying our enthusiasm, and we do have a lot of enthusiasm. Sorry if I hit the mic there. With that being said, if you do choose to invest, I wish you all the very best of luck, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Have a terrific Tuesday. Stay safe, and as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.